All right, guys, I am super excited to be joined by one of the best coaches in the game ahead of a pivotal fight, UFC 319. Coach Morne Visser joins me right after the early weigh-ins ahead of Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat. Coach, thank you so much for joining me, man. It's been a crazy fight week.
Yep. Very good. We're ready. Like we've been in every other fight.
How was the weight cut going into this one? DDP looked fresh on the scales, man.
Yeah, I think every time a little bit better. Look, between fights, he gets stronger, which always adds to a bit of muscle. So the weight cuts are tough, but we're used to it. We're ready every time. So it went good. We're happy, very happy.
Bit of a weird one as well with Khamzat. I just want to show you. He had to bring out the thing onto the stage with him for the weight cut, almost like he felt like he was going to miss weight. Did you see this? It was a bit of a strange one. He was 2 pounds underweight, but they had to bring out the weird thingy-majiggy for him to take his clothes off and weigh in. Bit of a strange occurrence.
Yeah, I think so. But also then I do think that the pre-scale wasn't the same as the actual scale. So everybody was a bit nervous because the pre-scale showed, I think it was half a pound out. So I think that's why he did what he did. I don't think there's any worry there. I just think that the pre-scale, even we were worried because it was not 100% where what our scale said and what their scale said. So yeah, I don't think there's anything big there.
Dude, at this point, can we get the scales right? Like, this is kind of an important thing, right? So you guys had a bit of a dodgy scale as well, you think?
I think so. I think so.
God.
But it's sorted. We made weight. We had to do a bit of extra, and I think Khamzat was also nervous. That's why he took his clothes off. But I think everybody was. So, yeah, we made weight. I think he was nervous, took his pants off, made weight. So.
Perfect.
Good.
The fight is official. It's good to see. Hey, just quickly as well, what was your reaction yesterday when the guys had their first face-off? People are talking about the intensity in the room. I just want to play the Dana White version of the stare down. It was kind of a special stare down, right? And also a good preview of things to come in this fight. What was your reaction when you saw the way this stare down went? A lot of people really reading into this face-off.
Okay, so let's talk about 3 things there.
Yes.
Firstly, at the table, the big table, Dricus made those boers look very bad. Obviously, the man's has got a super IQ, man. His EQ and IQ is so on par. He just made them quiet so quickly. So I'm very proud of how he handled that. He's used to it, the underdog story, and it's just putting him every time in their place. Then when you go to the face-off, if you go back to that, and you'll see Khamzat has got his hands close to his chest, and Dricus has got his hands over Khamzat's arms. That's right. Yeah, so not a lot of people look at that. But that shows dominance.
Right. Okay. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, look at that. And then thirdly, if you look at that face-off, you know, when there's 2 guys fighting and in the street and one guy gets pulled away and his buddies kind of save him. Dana came in between and he pushed them apart. And only then Khamzat made a big noise. Why wasn't he so arrogant when he was standing right in front of Dricus? That's just weird for me. That just shows a little bit of weakness. If you want to be tough, being tough, be in front of the guy tough. Don't walk away and then shout stupid things. Just stand up.
Yeah, so just another angle here, just to see. Yeah, there it is there. Okay, yeah.
Man, that's control. Control of the situation. And then look at when Khamzat walks away, Dana pushes him away, and only now he's starting to make funny noise. Why didn't he do it in front of Dricus?
Some great pickups, coach. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to really analyze it the way that you did. Of course, you always, when these situations happen, it's a good opportunity to read the fighter before they fight Dricus. What do you make of people saying that Khamzat is the most game opponent that Dricus has had? Do you believe that his mindset is different to some of the previous defenses you guys have had?
Look, let's be honest. He's great. He's doing a phenomenal job. Dana will never ever give him. Hunter will never ever give him this opportunity. I don't think he'll be able to become champion. So I've got to give him credit. I know I gave him a lot of shit before the fight, but this is go time. This is where everything gets together and comes together. So nothing can change what we've done up to now. I've got to give him respect. He's a good fighter. He's actually a phenomenal fighter. His wrestling is good. I think his stand-up's okay.
You said he couldn't get a pro boxing license in the.
No, not a pro boxing license, like a pro K1 license. I mean,
yeah.
Let's be honest. What does K1 Muay Thai stands for? You need to be able to throw kicks, knees, elbows, and he's super one-dimensional. He just throws a couple of punches, never steps into his punches, and then he uses his punches to set up his takedown. So I can't give. And then look at if you look at how when he gets close into brawls, it's just a swinging thing. So there's nothing controlled about that. So yeah, I was maybe a bit hard on him, but yeah, if you look, Dricus said it before. I'm saying it. Dricus is the best MMA fighter in the world. Dricus is not the best wrestler, not the best stand-up guy, and this is one thing that he's getting crucified a lot about, especially stand-up. So, but I've got to explain to you, and maybe this will clear a lot of things up in what you see when Dricus fights. So when Dricus when the fight starts in stand-up, or every time when it's on its feet, you must realize that Dricus can fight from orthodox, box, kick, and shoot to anybody who's an orthodox or southpaw fighter. Dricus can do it, and clinch. He can do exactly the same thing. Box, kick, shoot, clinch. From a southpaw, if the guy is orthodox or southpaw. Now that is a phenomenal skill. Okay? So nobody possesses that. People say, I've been working on that skill for the last 10 years. For all my fights to be able to fight exactly the same on both sides. Doesn't matter if the guy's in front of you in orthodox or in southpaw position, if he's going forward or if he's going backwards. Dricus can fight wherever it goes. So the MMA is not ready. They're not there yet. And it's getting there. But that's what his abilities are. People don't understand it. I think, well, he's weird. He's weird because he can do it from both sides. He doesn't have a preferred side. I can switch game plans while he's fighting. I can switch game plans for wrestling, for clinching, for shooting, for kicking, for boxing. Doesn't matter if the guy is southpaw or orthodox. Dricus can fight anywhere. Whoever you put in front of him, doesn't matter. And that sometimes makes it look weird because he's not one-dimensional. He can do it any position. We've been working on it for 10 years. So. And I believe that the whole MMA game is moving to that. I mean, you can't get away with just being an orthodox fighter or southpaw fighter, or once in a while switch from orthodox to southpaw, or switch from southpaw to orthodox, or when you're in shit, you move to the other side when your legs got kicked off or you're getting hammered on the one side. My guy can, Dricus, my whole team, they can all do it from any position. And sometimes, so it's a tough thing to get that to a T and 100% perfect. So maybe to all the critics, that's what we've been working on for the last 10 years. And it's working. He's the champion.
Yeah, it's incredible, and people can't deal with it in the octagon. What do you imagine it's going to be like for Khamzat if him and DDP are standing for prolonged periods of time throughout this fight? How do you see the striking matching up? You just mentioned some of the great things that DDP is able to do.
So you obviously know my story about my score. So even with Dricus as well, right after a fight, when he comes to the corner after a fight, he always asks me his point out of 10. That's the very first thing he asks me. He comes to me and he asks me, how did he score in this fight? Okay. So when you look at the stand-up side of the fight, if this fight starts and Dricus is in the middle and Khamzat's in the middle, and Dricus does what he needs to, what he does in the gym, he's a 10 out of 10 stand-up fighter. It keeps on surfacing through. If you look at what he did with Easy and how smooth he fought against Sean, it's all starting to become second nature to him. The switching, the base being perfect on both sides. And if I compare my 10 out of 10 guy in the gym to Khamzat, what I've seen from his stand-up, I'll give him a 6. So we're going to start the fight with a 10 and a 6.
It's interesting because going into this fight, a lot of people have been asking you about the first round and how you guys are going to deal with Khamzat in the first round. Do you feel like people are underestimating you guys in the first round? Like I see there's odds out there that have Khamzat over Dricus, and there are people talking about, you know, will Khamzat be able to finish him in the first round? No one's talking about the fact that, like, what if the fight starts and you guys finish Khamzat in the first round, right? People aren't really, for some reason, talking about any of that.
You've got to realize that if you lose the first and the second, just to get the fight to be even, you're going to have to win 3 and 4. And then it's up to 5, whoever wins the fight. There's no way we're going to go out there and let him take that first from us. There's no way. I'm not going to allow it. Dricus won't allow it. So we're not going to give him the first. Forget about Khamzat beating us the first round or the second round. We're going out there to fight. And if Khamzat's ready to go out there and fight like we want to fight, and he's as hungry as we are, it's going to be a short night for him, very short night. He's got a different motivation behind this. Money doesn't matter. The money aspect doesn't matter to Dricus. To Dricus, this is about a journey. This is about what he wants to. He's always wanted to be the greatest of all times, and this is just part of another step into the direction of becoming the greatest. So I think that Dricus is willing to die there from the first second till the last second of the 25-minute fight. So if Khamzat's ready to do that, and we're going to go out there, and fight. We're not going to go on our back feet and be defensive. It's going to be an offensive fight. If Khamzat takes Dricus down, he mustn't be surprised if we take him down. And do I think that Dricus has got the ability to take him down? 100%, 100%. I look at the weigh-ins yesterday, or the weigh-ins this morning. He's a smaller guy, a much smaller guy. I agree with why his coach says he can make that 77 kg. They may be the same length, but he's got no thickness. And you can't fix what they've been trying to fix. We've been working hard on building Dricus's gas tank, and after we fixed his nose and all this, everything, we've been working at this forever, years, not months, not weeks. And so they've gone and they've tried to fix his tank with a dodgy guy over the last, 6-7 weeks. It's impossible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you do that? It's something that takes years. If Dricus, I've always said it, if Dricus goes up to one weight division up, we're going to need a year just to get, it's easy to put the weight up. What about the power for that weight? So it's not as easy as people think it is. So he's going to have a very short night or a very long night, but it's going to be our night.
All right, guys, I'm excited to talk to you about my new sponsor, IP Vanish. Have a look at this. I have a huge deal for you to announce this new sponsorship. You guys right now can get up to 83% off. That's right. I didn't missay it. I didn't mispronounce it. I didn't stuff up. 83% off. You can start at $2.19 per month. And have a look at this. I'm just on the page right now. There's a link underneath below. You guys have to click that link to activate this offer. It's not available for long. You guys can save on the best VPN out there. There's so much more. You guys can get a free 5 gig eSIM with the advanced option if you claim the offer now. And in the VPN, of course, you get so many great things. Just look at the things included: 24-hour customer support, proxy web server. You get 140 plus server locations, secure access to media, verified no logs. You got multiple connection protocols, shared IP addresses, advanced encryption. Everything you want from a VPN is here with IP Vanish. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee right now. I'm looking at it right here. It's a 2-year, $2.19 a month, 83% saving right now. You get a 3 gig eSIM data gift as well. Guys, if you're looking at a VPN, if you want to try something today, IP Vanish is your VPN of choice. Jump on. It's important to support IP Vanish because it helps the program keep going. I thank you, IP Vanish, for joining me here on Submission Radio. Hit the link below and get signed up today. What do you make about the parallels? You mentioned Dricus is doing this for the greatness. Khamzat said he doesn't care about the belt. He's just doing it for the money. It's really just about the money for him. It's two different mindsets, right? Meeting in the octagon this weekend.
I don't think so. I think he's lying to himself. Why will he not care about the belt? Oh, that's bullshit. That's just lying to himself. That's like almost admitting, okay, I'm okay if I don't win. I'm ready already. I'm okay not to get that belt. I'm okay to lose. I'm already getting paid proper money. And look at what he said. He's thinking, he spoke to his coach about going down to welterweight. That's his best chance to get a belt, not in the middleweight division. So the fact that he's saying that he doesn't care about the belt, I think that's bullshit.
Now, I know you're completely focused on this fight, but your division, the middleweight division, is on fire right now, right? Like Caio Borralho, he weighed in as a backup for this fight. He's fighting in the main event of UFC Paris shortly against Imavov, right? And he weighed in the hopes of potentially getting this next title shot. You've got RdR. He's trying to angle for a title shot. And then we just had Anthony Hernandez, right? Last weekend, putting on that incredible performance over Dolidze. He's there this weekend trying to watch. And even like Paulo Costa's there trying to get a fight. What is your take on who you think should be next for the title in the middleweight division? Do you think it's the Caio Borralho and Imavov fight because of everything Caio's done leading into this fight, or do you think it could be someone else?
So this is what I think. And listen, I've always said it, we are employees of the UFC only, but this is my
You don't make the decisions. This is just your personal take on it.
My personal opinion is that if Guy beats Imavov, I think he needs to fight the Ritter. If Imavov beats Sky, I think Imavov is the next in line for us. Hernandez had a phenomenal fight, a crazy fight, and I hats off. He had an amazing fight, and he's a very good fighter, all-rounder, and he showed a lot of grind and bite and everything there to give him the opportunity, but to give him the opportunity to get into the top 5. So I think he's still got maybe 1 or 2 fights to prove that he belongs well, he's a #1 contender. I think if Imavov wins, he's the next guy in the queue. If Pereira wins, I think he needs to fight the Ritter. I don't think the Ritter has got a claim yet for #1 contender. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of changes. I mean, a lot of changes in the last 3 weeks and a lot of changes coming in the next 2 weeks. So, and then with us, let's see, it's exciting times. I don't think the middleweight's been so exciting forever. I mean, when Chael fought, that was exciting. But this is different. These are new times, new things, a lot of different opponents, a lot of mix-ups. Those guys were the top 3 or top 4 in the old days, were the top 3 or top 4, and they fought it out between themselves. This is just changing all the time, which is exciting. It's very good for us.
Yeah, it's a different situation. Like Anderson Silva is one of the greatest to ever do it, but some of his title defenses were not against guys the caliber of what Dricus is fighting. Every like even leading into the title, Dricus beat like crazy opponents just leading into the title. Hey, just quickly on RdR, what do you make of him? Because people keep bringing up these comparisons between him and Dricus. He had a bit of a controversial fight with Robert Whittaker where he held on to Rob's gloves when he got knocked down by Robert Whittaker, and a lot of people are wondering if that was a big impact on the fight. And a lot of people are, kind of wondering how far he could really go in the division. What's your take on RdR?
So I do give him props for winning that fight. I was actually surprised about how they scored it. I think it was a lot closer. To me, I would have maybe leaned towards Rob there a bit more. Rob made a very big mistake by getting out of RdR's positions and position controls and never went back in there. What he did was he actually put so much pressure on himself by trying to get out instead of going back in, because RdR had nothing on him. He couldn't do anything on the floor with him, couldn't do anything on the stand-up with him. So I think Rob gave him too much respect. Rob should have just gone back in there and just so Rob made himself tired by trying to fight the defensive fight. He should have fought the offensive fight and he would have been okay. The scoring, I think Rob was the better fighter for me. RdR, geez, man. So if I give Khamzat a 6 out of 10 for his stand-up, I don't know where RdR falls in then with the rankings of stand-up, because that was horrific, like crazy. He had the knee and he tried to clinch and he tried to hang on there. So his stand-up was crazy.
I was talking about what's next as well. Just quickly, I know Alex Pereira is fighting Ankalaev. You and me have spoken about this a few times, but if Pereira is able to beat Ankalaev, like this is a big if, right? Because a lot of people really see Ankalaev winning this rematch. Do you think there could be a chance we still see this Pereira Dricus Du Plessis 205 super fight, or you reckon that's all done now?
No, I would love that. I think Dricus would love it. I honestly think that he's not going to beat Ankalaev. We all think so. Ankalaev is really, really good. But it's still somewhere planned in our future. I know Pereira's getting on the older side, and I think he's 38, turning 39 soon. So, and then obviously the UFC, with what's happening in the middleweight division, there's a lot of things happening for us, and we need to focus on what we're doing now. But we are employees only, so let's see what happens with that fight. Let's see what happens with us tomorrow night. Let's see what happens with the Imavov fight in 2 weeks. We would like to stay in the middleweight division, but if Pereira wins, it's something that me and Dricus will honestly really consider.
Mm. And by the way, a fight in South Africa, that would be good. PFL has done it. It's time to bring the UFC there, right?
Yeah, so PFL put the stamp down. I think it was a really good event. I think they're doing another one this month in South Africa. So yeah, they've done well. I know the story with it's tough to get. These guys they sell out an event that's not even a numbered event with 18 to 20,000 tickets. Yeah, so there's not such a big stadium there. I think the biggest is maybe 10 or 12,000, but and I don't think they'll put a numbered event up there. So Dricus is champion. If they do a non-numbered event, which is very possible, it will be very good for us, very good for the country. I think if PFL was willing to do it and they did it well, I'm sure the UFC just can copy and not paste it, because they don't do that. Copy and just do it a million times better.
Dude, well, I hope to see it. I appreciate your time. Best of luck tomorrow. And thank you so much for joining me, man. It's always so great getting a chance to chat to you, especially right before the big fights.
Thank you, guys. And let's chat maybe with a beer in my hand after the fight.
Yes, let's do it. Beers of the Morne. There he is, Morne Visser, of course. Dricus Du Plessis this weekend, UFC 319. I appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Have a good sleep.
You're the best. Thank you so much, my friend. Okay, we'll chat after the fight. Beers.
Yes, perfect.
Done.
Ciao.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.